Welcome to this episode. Today, we're diving into a really interesting approach to problem solving, one that flips the usual mindset on its head.
Yeah, it's all about shifting from thinking I have a problem to realizing that what we really have are unclear questions. That subtle change in framing can make a huge difference.
Exactly. The core insight here is that problems often feel overwhelming because they're vague. But once you bring clarity, the problem shrinks, becomes manageable, even solvable.
And that's where the TAJ framework comes in. Think, ask, judge, accomplish. It's a structured way to cut through complexity and get to the heart of what really needs to be solved.
Right. And this episode unpacks that framework in detail, aiming to help listeners stop feeling stuck and start solving faster. So let's start with why most people actually fail at problem solving.
The usual suspects: overthinking, emotional reactions, jumping straight to solutions, or just avoiding the problem altogether. But the root cause is almost always a failure to clearly define the problem.
Yeah, that example from the document, "I'm stuck in my career," is a perfect illustration. It sounds like a problem, but it's really a catch-all phrase that masks multiple underlying issues.
Like not knowing which skill to develop, or being afraid to switch roles, or just lacking clarity about the next step. Without unpacking that, you're basically trying to solve a ghost.
And that creates fake complexity. It feels like a big, unsolvable mess, but really it's just unclear. Clear problem definition, on the other hand, creates direction and reduces cognitive load.
Which is why the shift from I have a problem to what exactly is the problem is so crucial. It forces specificity.
Yeah, instead of saying, "I don't have time," you ask, "What is taking my time? What can I remove? What's actually important?" That kind of questioning breaks down vague issues into actionable parts.
And it's interesting how questions inherently create clarity and reduce stress. They move you from an emotional reaction to analytical thinking.
That's a key cognitive reframe. So let's get into the TAJ framework itself. First step, think defining the problem.
This is where most people stumble. They skip this step and jump straight to action, which often means solving the wrong problem.
Right, thinking here isn't overthinking or rumination. It's deliberate, structured analysis. Asking yourself, what exactly is happening? What's not happening? What do I want instead?
The example of my project is failing is great. Instead of that vague statement, break it down. Deadlines slipping, weak team communication, unclear priorities. Now you have a real problem to tackle.
Then comes ask, clarifying the unknowns. This digs deeper into assumptions and missing information.
Like asking, do I know the root cause? Are expectations aligned? Did I communicate clearly? This step removes confusion and uncovers blind spots.
It's critical, especially in complex problems where you might be operating on faulty assumptions.
Next is judge, prioritizing what matters most. Not everything is equally important.
Exactly. You ask, what's the most important factor? What will create the biggest impact? What can wait? Using the project example again, focus on communication first, then deadlines, then optimization.
That prioritization is a real leverage point. It accelerates progress by focusing limited resources on what moves the needle most.
And finally, accomplish. Taking one clear action, not 10 things, not a big plan, just one focused step.
Like scheduling a team alignment meeting or clarifying expectations. That single move creates momentum and breaks inertia.
What I like about this is how it combats overwhelm. Instead of paralysis by analysis or scattered multitasking, you get clear, actionable progress.
Absolutely. And the framework's versatility is impressive. The document applies it to career stagnation, learning consistency, even AI prompting issues.
Yeah, for career stuckness, think lack of direction. Ask, what role do I want? Judge, skill gap is key. Accomplish, start learning one skill.
For learning consistency, think, no structure. Ask, when is best time? Judge, morning is ideal. Accomplish, commit to 20 minutes daily.
And for AI prompts, think unclear prompts. Ask, what exact result do I want? Judge, prompt quality matters. Accomplish, write better prompts.
It's the same framework, different problems, same clarity. That's powerful.
Before we wrap, let's touch on common mistakes. Overthinking versus thinking is a big one.
Right. Thinking means clarity, overthinking means getting stuck in confusion loops.
Also, jumping to solutions without defining the problem wastes effort.
And trying to solve everything at once? That's a recipe for burnout. Solve one thing first.
Avoidance is another symptom of unclear problems. When you clarify, problems feel actionable, less daunting.
So, to close, the key takeaway is that faster problem solving isn't about more intelligence, tools, or time. It's about more clarity.
Problems are rarely complex. They're just unclear. The TAJ framework helps bring that clarity. Think, ask, judge, accomplish.
Next time you feel stuck, don't say, I have a problem. Ask yourself, what exactly am I trying to solve?
That simple shift can change everything.
Definitely. Give this system a try and see how it transforms your approach.
Thanks for listening.
Talk soon.